And welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, home of the authentic fan, and a rivalry that goes back more than a century. The Cardinals and the Giants, game 2 of a 3-game series on this beautiful night at Oracle Park in San Francisco. Dave Fleming, Mike Krukow, great to have you with us tonight. Giants will try to bounce back from their game 1 loss yesterday afternoon. Cueto Wainwright, super fun pitching matchup. We've already talked about that. One thing, Mike, Buster Posey not in the starting lineup. Chadwick Trump is going to get the start behind the plate, and he and Cueto have a very nice rapport, very comfortable with one another.
And that's key, because as a catcher, you really want to try and feed the rhythm of Johnny Cueto. He likes to work quick. He doesn't want to shake off a bunch of signs. And look, he's got 5 signs, so you got to know which one to put down. Chadwick Trump has worked very well in the past, and he has Johnny's confidence. So we'll keep an eye on how he maintains Johnny's rhythm tonight. It's key. Yeah, and you showed that pinch hit home run from Alex Dickerson. I think the Giants are feeling better these last few days. Tonight it'll be mostly the right-handed hitters on the bench, but Austin Slater, Darren Ruff have been swinging the bat well, and that gives Gabe Kapler the chance, if they can get Adam Wainwright out of the game, to mix and match a little bit. Well, that'll be a chore, because I mean, he's been an innings eater. He's got over 100 innings so far this year, and that's in 16 starts. So to get him out, you have to be patient. You have to take what he gives you. All right, so Cueto and the Giants will take the field, and we are just moments away from starting this ball game. The Cardinals lineup brought to you by your Bay Area GMC dealers. Dylan Carlson, the Elk Grove native, with Goldschmidt and Arenado right in the middle of things. Mike mentioned how Yadier Molina's got some excellent numbers lifetime against Cueto. Tommy Edman, Harrison Bader, Paul DeYoung starts the game tonight. Sosa over at second, and Adam Wainwright, who can hit a little bit too. He's not just a long-time excellent pitcher. He's a good hitting pitcher. He is the 9th place hitter in the lineup for the Cardinals tonight against Cueto and the Giants. And there is Johnny, Mike, ready to go. 14th start this year for Cueto, 6-4 with a 4.00 ERA. Johnny Cueto, as we mentioned, in his 14th year at the big league level. He's 35 years of age, and when you take your bats against him, you're going to see a fastball that can go anywhere from 90 to 95 miles per hour. We're going to take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud to tell you how he uses his pitches. You see the four-seamer and the sinker, those are his fastballs. So about almost 50% of the time you're going to get a fastball with an average of 92. He's also got a slider, changeup, curveball, cutter. And he'll basically throw the kitchen sink at you from a lot of different windups. That's the beauty of Johnny Cueto. Lifetime against the Cardinals, Johnny Cueto 7-9 with a 3.92 ERA. Let's take a look at our Giants defense. It's brought to you by Geico. Starting in the Giants outfield from left to right, it'll be Dickerson, Duggar, and Yastrzemski, the best arm in center field. Crawford and Flores, they'll be on the left side of the infield. Solano and Wade on the right side. Chadwick Trump, he'll be in the squad putting down the signs. So here we go. Cardinals 42-44. Not been the normal year for the Cardinals, a team that traditionally plays very well after the All-Star break, trying to heat it up the week before the break. And Dylan Carlson, a really talented young hitter, takes strike one. Sean Barber, the home plate umpire, calls the first pitch a strike. So Sean Barber is the home plate umpire. Roberto Ortiz shifts into the crew. Adam Hammery and Adrian Johnson, the crew chief, down the third base line. And a good fastball. Carlson swings and misses. In regards to Sean Barber's strike zone, it's a tight one. If you were to classify him a hitter's umpire or a pitcher's umpire, you'd say he's definitely a hitter's umpire because of the size of his zone. It's small. Cueto ahead 1-2. Wow. And you know, when you start looking at umpires' crews, you know, guys who have tight strike zone like Barber, and I always hope it's a guy like Cueto who's pitching to it, because you know he can adjust to whatever strike zone. 2-2 off the outside. Count runs full. And the same thing can be said about Adam Wainwright. The only thing bad about a tight strike zone is it gets a lot of pitches out of a pitcher. Full count to Carlson leading off. He sprays that one foul. Carlson's right on top of the plate. He's very close to that chalk line on the plate side of the batter's box. Cardinals think he's got a chance to be a great hitter. strikes out swinging on the 92-mile-an-hour fastball right in there.
And he got 7 pitches out of Johnny Cueto. Just didn't want to walk him fastball and say, here, hit it. Put the pressure on him. And I think Carlson's wondering how he missed it. I've seen that look before.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Here's Goldschmidt. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it straight back. By his standards, modest numbers, but still, we know how dangerous Paul Goldschmidt is.
Yeah, we don't even look at those. How many times have we seen this guy hitting $110, coming into San Francisco and in a 3-game series get 8 hits, 3 home runs? A lot.
A little flare. Yastrzemski's not going to get there. Man, the Cardinals did that a bunch of times yesterday, and here we go again. What, they have 3 of those in yesterday's game?
Well, the big, strong guys, they seem to get more of those little bloops than everybody else. I mean, a mere mortal hits it, and it'll pop up to the second baseman. But the big boys who have bat speed, they can hit at the label and still hit it 250 feet.
That's the first hit of the game for the Cardinals, and Nolan Arenado comes up for the first time. He's going to the All-Star game, which will be interesting, back at Coors Field, where he spent almost all of his big league days.
Well, the Cardinals came from Colorado, and so he got a chance to go back and kind of say hello to all the fans, and it was an emotional weekend for him. So maybe that'll help him get a little more settled when he gets to the All-Star game. But he's just going to get a great applause there.
Yeah, he is
one of their most popular players of all time.
Cardinals did not swing the bats very well. They played 4 games at Coors Field, had a hard time scoring runs. Unusual.
I think right now Arenado's thinking this is dodgeball, not baseball.
2 in a row. Molina on deck, hitting cleanup tonight for the Cardinals. That's in there. Might not be the situation for it, but Paul Goldschmidt, always a big guy, power guy that you had to pay attention to on the bases. He's always been a good base runner.
Got to make him stop. You can't let him roll into a lead. He'll steal you.
2-2. Another full count. Second in the first 3 hitters of the game.
You know, most guys who have curveballs and sliders like Cueto, you kind of worry about them establishing that pitch early in the game.
Goldschmidt runs, and Arenado hits a high drive left field. And Nolan Arenado here at Oracle Park has hit another home run. It's 2-0 Cardinals.
The way he took this at bat, you kind of had the sense that he was sitting on something soft. And he winds up getting it in the 3-2 count. Got to change up, down, and in, and just drop the head on it.
Something about this place and facing the Giants uniform brings out the very best in Nolan Arenado, his 17th home run of the year. Now Molina.
Take a look at the changeup. Just goes right middle in at the knees. And he was completely timed to off speed, even in the 3-2 count.
Molina flips one into left. That's another hit for the Cardinals, 3 in a row.
Ownage is ownage. Take a look at the flight of the home run from Arenado from our splash cam.
It was a big fly. Now Tommy Edman stands in, and Johnny Cueto trying to settle down. Already given up the 2 runs. Now another hit. Strike 1 over the outside. Changeup got hit hard in that last start in Arizona. Now personally, I just sort of threw that whole start out the window because he just was not himself. He'd been under the weather, wasn't at full strength.
Well, it does. I mean, you see guys go both ways with it. I mean, the one thing that really hurt him in that Arizona start was that he got into a long inning in the 2nd inning, and it kind of really affected him the rest of the way. When you're fighting a flu bug or you have a bad cold, I mean, you just don't have a lot of strength, so long innings can really sap you. Plus, he had it in the 2nd inning.
We're just not used to seeing that changeup get hit for a lot of damage, and now Arenado's hit one after the Diamondbacks got it a couple different times last start. He's behind Edman 3-1.
And another pitch that Johnny Cueto wanted. Right there in the outside corner, you just don't get much help from Sean Barber.
Edman swings away 3-1 and a fastball.
He's really forced himself into some pretty good hitting counts early on because of the tight strike zone. He's going to have to make some adjustments. It's a tough way to pitch.
Three-2. Got him swinging.
Again, in on the hands with the fastball. Same pitch he got Carlson with to start the inning. Reach back and right to the glove.
Two down for Harrison Bader, Cardinals center fielder. He's got a lot of power. He's missed a bunch of time this year with injury. Strike 1 to Bader, 92 miles an hour. Got a pretty good cut.
Well, as you mentioned, he's got good power, and he's got power from foul line to foul line. I mean, he's one of 4 guys that have the power to be able to hit the ball out to the right side of this ballpark.
It's only his 28th game of the year. He lines that one to third, and it's caught by Wilmer Flores. Just to make sure he was throwing it to second, but that was a catch. But Nolan Arenado's home run has put the Cardinals ahead 2-0.
Giants baseball on NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by Pacifico Beer. Born in Baja and loved in the Bay. Pacifico Beer. Please drink responsibly.
Well, the Giants are going to have to play from behind tonight after the Arenado home run. 2-0 Cardinals after a half inning. The Giants lineup is brought to you by your Bay Area GMC dealers. Lamont Wade Jr. in that leadoff spot. Yastrzemski after a rare day off yesterday back in there. Flores, Dickerson, Brandon Crawford hitting for so much power this year. Solano, Duggar, and Chadwick Trump in front of Johnny Cueto in the Giants lineup. And they will face the 39-year-old right-hander Adam Wainwright.
Wainwright in his 16th year. Big guy, 6'7", 230 is what he has done this year. 3.49 ERA with 96 strikeouts against 27 walks. Outstanding command from a high 3/4 release. And you're not going to see a blazing fastball anymore. It'll be low 90s at best, but he'll sink it, he'll cut it. He's got a curveball, slider, changeup, and he will throw anything at any time.
Really amazing that he's still pitching at such a high level after all these years. 2 complete games this year. Lamont Wade Jr. takes strike 1. Wade, who seems to be comfortable in that leadoff spot. Getting on base, hitting for a lot of power. There's a first look at the Wainwright curveball.
Take a look at how Wainwright uses his pitches. The sinker and the four seam tells you that he throws his fastball about 37% of the time, and the rest of his stuff is off-speed stuff. And you'll see a lot of guys look for that in their approach against him tonight.
I mean, that big curve, he has thrown that year after year, over and over again.
Lifetime against the Giants at 15 lifetime starts, 7-7 with a 3.09 ERA. 107 innings against the Giants. He's given up 3 home runs.
That's pretty remarkable.
It's pretty remarkable.
Wade slashes away at that fastball. And part of the effect of all that off-speed stuff, all the slow curves and whatnot. I mean, that was a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Wade had a good rip, but he was a little late. One, two. Another curve.
We first saw Wainwright. He was mid to high 90s with the nastiest curveball you ever saw. I mean, it was as good as there was in the game.
Wade yanks another one.
Yeah, getting pitches.
Yeah. We've seen Wainwright over the years. There have been some starts against the Giants where he had 50 pitches in the 6th inning. Wade to left field. Right there, though. Carlson one away.
Let's take a look at the defense for the Cardinals tonight, starting in their outfield from left to right. Going to be Carlson, Bader, and Edman. You've got really good arms in center and in right field. DeYoung and Arenado, they're on the left side of the infield. Sosa and Goldschmidt on the right side. Yadier Molina, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So Mike Yastrzemski, his first at bat of the game. 2-0 Cardinals, bottom of the first, just getting started. Strike one.
Wainwright's really not going to throw anything straight. I mean, that little 85-mile-an-hour cutter. He'll throw a little two-seamer that falls away from a lefty. Everything's got movement. And the other thing too about him, because when we first saw him, he was pure power. What we've learned about him in the last 15 years watching him is he's got a lot of touch. He could back off speeds on all of his pitches.
Yastrzemski against that curveball. First base hit for the Giants.
And he set us off. And that was not a hanger. He beat a good pitch. I mean, you look at where this location was on this curveball that he hit off of Wainwright. I mean, that's right there outside corner at the knees. The only way you have a chance at that is if you're looking for it.
Here's Wilmer Flores, 8 home runs. A lot of those have come lately. Swinging the bat very well. Wilmer takes a fastball for a strike at 89. Wainwright, we showed you that defense. I mean, he's a Gold Glove winner. So the touch you're talking about, he fields his position well. First pitch he ever saw as a hitter in the big leagues was in this ballpark, and he hit it over the wall for a home run. Call the ball.
And Wainwright just figured out what Johnny Cueto figured out. He took a long look into Sean Barber as if to say, where was that? Well, tight zone.
Wainwright's 1-1. Wilmer hits a high fly ball. Not that deep. Carlson circles around it. The wind started to push it back away from him, but it's out number 2.
He's coming back to the Giants dugout thinking, I just missed it. A lot of wind tonight.
Yeah. We always watch those early high fly balls just to see how the wind's pushing the baseball around. Now Dickerson, who homered as a pinch hitter late in the game yesterday. Curve for strike one. Yastrzemski, the runner at first. Dickerson goes after that curveball, hits it to short. DeYoung will throw him out. So one hit, but no runs for the Giants. We'll go to the second. Cardinals have a 2-0 lead.
Giants baseball on NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by the Giants Community Fund. Donate your car to the Junior Giants and help underserved communities right here in Northern California. Visit jrgiants.org/cars.
All right, Johnny Cueto had a rough first inning, gave up the 2-run homer, needed 27 pitches. We'll see if he can have a better second. That's a good start. One pitch, one out.
Peanuts Lowry, who was bench coach for the Herman Franks when I got called to the big leagues, and he brought me up in 1977. And Peanuts Lowry used to always say that when you would start an inning off as a pitcher and get a one pitch out to start, you're getting kissed by the baseball gods. Peanuts Lowry.
Johnny just got smooched. Strike one to Edmundo Sosa. So quick pitch action, and Cueto didn't field it. It was right back to him. He was sort of falling off balance. So that will frustrate Johnny Cueto. That should have been out number 2.
Well, he kind of got foot tied. As momentum going to the first base line, he couldn't get his right leg in position to square up.
Sosa gets a base hit out of that.
That ticks him off. So mad at yourself because he didn't hit it very well. It's an easy play. You just couldn't get your legs unwound.
10 career home runs for Adam Wainwright, including that one I was talking about right here in this ballpark. It was his first career at bat, and it was the first pitch of his first career at bat. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Yep. Lifetime 192 hitter.
That's a good hitter for a pitcher. Squares around and bunts it beautifully. Cueto thought about second, and he'll take the out at first.
Well, Giants Quick Pick, presented by Coors Light, is a new predictive game for fans to play free through the Ballpark app. Predict what will happen before every home game. Win prizes like tickets and Alaska Airlines flight credit. Download the Ballpark app, play from home or at Oracle Park, and make your quick picks to get in the game. That was a perfect bunt from Wainwright. Best hitting pitchers are always the best bunting pitchers.
You know, I know it's not easy. It's big league pitching. The ball's moving. It's coming in at high velocity. But so many pitchers struggle these days to get a bunt down, and then he makes it look so easy. A guy like Wainwright.
Well, he works at it. Want to be a good bunter? Work at it. Play pepper it.
Runner at second for Carlson. And it's 2-0. 2 easy takes.
You want to be a good hitting pitcher? Work at it. Play a lot of pepper. Learn how to control the bat head. Pepper is such an incredible teaching tool of how to be able to put the sweet spot of the bat on a ball.
Big swing and a miss. 2-1. Well, Carlson struck out in the first inning, but already in inning number 2, he's seeing Cueto for a second time.
We watched Adley Hamaker, who just was not a good hitter at all. And, you know, he came up with the Royals and he never hit. But when we got him, he worked his tail off. And you know what? He became a threat. And I mean, he hit more in the cage than anybody because he was so embarrassed by it. He wanted to be a better bunter, and a better hitter, and you know, just hard work made him a respectable presence in the batter's box.
A little slider from Cueto and a 3-1 count.
Randy Johnson, same thing.
The hard work pays off. Two down, the 3-2. Carlson strikes out for the second time. So Cueto works around that misplay. Crawford coming up, 2-0 Cardinals.
All right, a lot of wind today. Let's check out the StatCast weather conditions. The winds in this ballpark are a bit odd. And the numbers showing on the screen indicate feet added or lost to fly balls based on the current weather conditions. Blue is helpful. Red means it's blowing in. It will blow at the ground level into the face of the hitter, and then it'll take a U-turn and go right back out to center. And right now, there is carry to the left side of the field. You're not getting anything on the right side.
So for Brandon Crawford and the left-handed hitters tonight, you're going to have to hit it pretty hard if you want to get it out. As conditions stand right now, Adam Wainwright back to work. Giants trail 2-0. Nolan Arenado with a 2-run homer in the first inning. "17 home runs for Brandon Crawford. The high Sox look of Adam Wainwright. Good take, 2-1.
The Cardinal Sox. I mean, they've always had those.
Yeah.
For the longest time, you know, it was a style that pull your pants all the way down to your shoe tops. You didn't see those leggings for a long time.
Crawford went after that curve. And when you're 6'7" like Adam Wainwright, those socks stand out.
Yeah, you mentioned he's a Gold Glover. He's won 2 of them, but I think he's the tallest Gold Glover pitcher winner I've ever seen. Jim Cott, who's got like 16, he was 6'5". He's a big fella, but you know, usually tall guys aren't that agile on the mound, and they don't win Gold Gloves. It just gives you a great idea of what kind of athlete he is.
2-2. Outside with the fastball. So Crawford works the count full, 3-2. Donovan Solano waiting on deck. Steven Duggar is also going to hit in this inning. 3-2. Crawford to left field, slicing away from Carlson, who's going to play it on a bounce. Crawford will take the wide turn, but Carlson played it nicely. It's a leadoff single.
Yeah, that is a good play from Carlson. I thought he had, once he was aggressive to this ball, it had Slice going away from him. And as aggressive as he was, you know, you could overrun a ball, and if it gets by you, it's at least a double, maybe even a triple. But here, it helps being a left-hander. You got your glove on your right-hand side. He catches the high bounce and holds Crawford to a single. Good play.
I mean, it's been super fun to watch Crawford launch all these home runs and pull the ball with power, but I still love the Crawford opposite field swing.
When he's hot, he uses left field as good as anybody on this Giants team.
Now Solano, who also loves to use the opposite field, took a fastball right in there.
It's not a bad approach against Wainwright. Take what he gives you.
Solano went after that pitch right on the outside corner. It's 0-2. Well, talking about the winds, maybe we're going to have some fog roll in as the game goes on. Feels like that kind of night. 60 degrees at game time. 0-2. Went with the curve.
Solano steps into this batter's box, hit 272, but if you look at what he's done against right-handers, hit 298. All 3 home runs that he's hit, however, have come against left-handed pitching.
Well, that is interesting. Good take again. Another curve. It's 2-2. I mean, I think the scouting report these days for Solano is reading he's going to chase. I mean, he's been kind of in swing mode. He's had a good swing going. He's had a lot of hard contact, but we see pitchers do that a lot. Try to get him to go out of the strike zone.
Curveballs and sliders away. They have been tough for him to lay off.
Now it's 2-2, and he did chase there. Strike 3. Wainwright stuck with the plan.
Well, he showed him 2 curveballs outside, and then he changes and goes to a little slider, a higher velocity breaking ball, and his slider is really got a big break. I mean, it almost looks like a curveball. The difference is it's 10 miles per hour faster than his curveball.
That's the first out. Now Duggar. He takes the curve a little bit low. I mean, Duggar's just been killing fastballs, so particularly with Wainwright, I would expect he's not going to see many of those.
And he, like Crawford's, got a good left field approach right now.
He does. We've seen a lot of hits to left.
Now, just like you said, he's softballing. First pitch, slow curveball. Next pitch, changeup. If you're going to throw a big slow curveball, man, you better have a good changeup to back it up and throw it off that slow curveball. Because both pitches are slow.
Curve. Called a strike. Duggar didn't think so, but right on the outside corner.
Just wrap around curveball and a 2-0 count, steal a strike.
Down and in.
Does not want to throw him a fastball.
Doesn't. I mean, it doesn't take long. You put up a couple weeks like Steven Duggar's had, man, now it's more like 5 or 6 weeks where you're just hitting every fastball hard. And all of a sudden, you're not going to see as many of them.
And he's using the whole field.
He is. Good demonstration of that. Good hitters count here, 3-1 with Crawford at first. The curve for a strike.
And just an absolute perfect 3-1 pitch. Right on the outside corner at the knees. You're not going to swing at that 3-1.
So now we'll see what he gets. Crawford not going anywhere. 3-2, and he uses left field. A line drive base hit for Duggar.
Well, Giants fans, Xfinity Mobile delivers fast nationwide 5G on the most reliable network. Break free from the big three and save with Xfinity Mobile. The only fastball he saw in the sequence was a get it in fastball on the outside corner. And if he tries to pull that, he rolls it over, probably a double play. Here he goes the opposite way with that good left field approach. That's a great at bat.
You saw one in 6 pitches, and he hit it. So now Chadwick Trump, when he's had a chance, it's only been 4 games, but he's swung the bat pretty well for the Giants this year. And it goes without saying, here's where in a National League lineup you got the pitcher on deck, 1 out already, 2 on. This is obviously a huge at bat for the Giants. Called up yesterday just with a little insurance with Posey's thumb, not 100%. And starting the game tonight, it's ball 1.
Trump was hitting .255 with 7 doubles and 5 homers and 18 RBIs for the River Cats in Sacramento.
And not getting to play every day. I mean, Joey Bart's down there getting the majority of the playing time. So Chadwick Trump's done a good job.
trying to stay sharp. That curve for strike 2.
That froze him. Just a big curve, just dropping right in the heart. Say, okay, now I've seen one. But he's got a slider that has similar arc. That's 10 miles per hour faster, that he'll back up when he gets that curveball over the plate.
Tried to catch that outside corner, almost did.
Had to wrap around two-seam movement.
Giants making him work here. 2 on, 1 out.
Trump can take you deep too, even in 2 strike counts.
2-2. Curve, and he hits a fly ball to right. Tommy Edman, that wind playing tricks with it. Crawford will tag and go to third. That's good base running for Brandon Crawford. Why not? Just in case Adam Wainwright bounces one of those curveballs, somehow gets by Yadier Molina. You never know.
Hey, that's a good heads-up play. Take that 90 feet. He realized that Edman, who has a great arm, he was going to catch that ball flat-footed because of all the dancing that it was doing because of the wind. And once you see an outfielder flat-footed, it's an opportunity to take 90 feet. And the point you make about Wainwright bouncing the ball, that could happen. He's going to throw some breaking balls to Johnny Cueto.
Cueto has not had a hit yet this year. First and third, 2 down. He puts it in play, but on the ground is short. And Paul DeYoung throws him out. So the Giants get a couple of hits, no runs, on to the third. 2-0. Cardinals lead. Well, last couple of days, some cool ceremonial first pitches. Najee Harris, who's from Antioch, Alabama, running back, first-round draft pick of the Steelers. Just an awesome young man, too. Does a ton of stuff in the community, and he's a Giants fan, and he was here. Good ceremonial first pitch for Najee Harris. And tonight it was Haley Jones and the Stanford women's basketball team, national champions. Another Northern California native. Haley was a little outside with her pitch, but great to see them all here. Just a tremendous run for the Stanford women to win the national title this past spring.
Alyssa Knack has got to make that play. I'm sorry.
Come on, Alyssa.
Come on, Knack.
Make Haley look good. Well, it's just cool to see all of them here. Najee Harris, truly just a remarkable young man. The story that I remember about Najee when he was, because he was like the #1 high school football player in America. He was one of the biggest recruits out there. He ended up going to Alabama, but Jim Harbaugh was at Michigan at the time. Our friend Jim went to Antioch to watch a high school game on a Friday night, and he was there to recruit, but he also was like, well, I'll pitch in and help out. And he volunteered to be a part of the chain gang. So he like moved the first down marker for the game and watched Najee from the sideline.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise you, does it?
Not one bit. Jim was a big baseball fan, loved to listen to the Giants when he was here in the Bay Area with Stanford with the 49ers. Paul Goldschmidt. And then Nolan Arenado and Yadier Molina, the big boys for the Cardinals here in the third inning. 2-0. Cardinals have the lead on the Arenado home run. Goldschmidt blooped one and Arenado blasted one.
Good high ball mistake hitter.
Very high, and Cueto not real happy. And I don't know, that reaction was unusual, wasn't it?
Well, the way that Trump looked at him when he walked off the mound, it was a bit of a concern. I know one thing, all the Giants brass that are right at the top step of the dugout, they're looking like 5 bird dogs watching them.
Yeah, that didn't look quite right. Very high.
just a BP fastball to get his strike.
Yeah.
He's not doing the shimmy either.
On the outside corner, that was curve.
When he's feeling good, that's when you're going to see the creativity in his windup.
Just sort of the standard motion. Goldschmidt to left field. Got jammed just a little bit. Dickerson there. Good bounce back for Johnny Cueto after falling behind 3-0.
It's a good get.
Arenado on the first pitch, and that's going to fall. That's a backspin on it. Well, Oracle Park reopening at full capacity. Best time to support the Giants as a season ticket member for the second half, and great opponents lined up. It is not an easy schedule. Astros, Mets, Padres, 2 different series against the Dodgers. Best seats including club level and lower box availability. You get postseason ticket rights for any potential home games. Become a second half season ticket member at sfgiants.com/season. Pressure packed games coming up. We know that. Yadier Molina after the first pitch.
Yeah, you got the Cardinals, then you get the Nationals who are playing good ball, then you have the break, and then you open back up with the Cardinals, then you get the Dodgers for 4 on the road, then you get the Pirates for 3, then you get the Dodgers again.
Yeah.
So this is a big part of the Giants' schedule.
Last series of the month of July, the Houston Astros come here. Molina topped that one foul.
But you know, you don't look too far ahead when you're in that clubhouse. I mean, you're just thinking about the day you're about to play, the game you're about to play.
You and I, we're allowed to look ahead.
Oh yeah, totally. Plus, you know what you're watching, how you watch this team play, and how healthy they are at that moment. You don't know how healthy they're going to be in 2 weeks. It changes day to day.
0-2 to Molina.
It figures to get a lot healthier. You're going to get a lot of big names back here the next 2 weeks.
I sure hope so with the Giants, because it's been a string of, I mean, now Jalen Davis is on the injured list. Jalen strained his hamstring yesterday. Jason Vossler's called up. Molina somehow got the bat on that ball.
Tyler Beatty back in the big leagues after Tommy John.
He's active tonight. Those are the transactions. There were 4 of them today. Davis on the injured list, Beatty reinstated, Vossler recalled, and Jimmy Sherfy designated for assignment.
It's a big day for Tyler Beatty coming back for Tommy John.
Very high.
I mean, you go through a long rehab, and during that entire time you're rehabbing, you're wondering, am I going to be able to do this again? And then when you find your way back to the big leagues, it's almost like the very first time you ever walked in and became a big leaguer. It's that emotional.
Molina strikes out swinging. Got him to chase that high fastball. 4th Cueto strikeout.
And he elevates right across the letters with the high fastball. And Molina cannot lay off.
So now Tommy Edman with Arenado at first, 2 down. Switch hitter batting left-handed against Cueto. Struck out his first time up. Overlapped at Stanford with Austin Slater for a year. I think Tommy was a freshman when Austin was a junior. They were teammates.
I have to say they had a lot of speed on that team.
2 really good athletes. Slater's college career was a lot like Tommy Edman's big league career, where Austin was a shortstop one year, a center fielder the next year. He moved around a lot. Tommy Edman does a lot of that for the Cardinals. Kind of a muscle shot on one hop to Solano, who throws him out. And Cueto works around the blue pit. Middle of the third, top of the order coming up. Giants down 2-0.
All right, time now for What's on Top, brought to you by Pacifico. The Giants and the Cardinals are going to close out their series tomorrow night at 6:30 with a pregame live at 6. Off day Thursday, then the Nationals are coming in to San Francisco for a weekend series. Friday night, 6:30, pregame live at 6, and Saturday, Sunday, 1 o'clock games with a pregame live at 12:30. And that's your What's on Tap, brought to you by Pacifico.
So some day baseball over the weekend before the All-Star break with the Nats in town.
Airbnb, you can stay there.
A little breezy, but great views. Lamont Wade takes a changeup for a strike.
I'm just kidding about that, by the way. But I would take a shot at a weekend out there.
Oh, 0-2 with the curve.
It's a late call from Sean Barber.
It was. He was a little in between there, I think. And he just said, oh, heck, it's a strike. Called strike 3. Wade wasn't real happy about that. 1 out, and now a word via WebEx by Cisco.
We need a part. It's nearly done. Can you repeat that? That's better.
It's done. With WebEx, the McLaren Formula One team is collaborating like never before. Introducing the WebEx Suite, driving hybrid work.
Mike Yastrzemski, who lined a base hit on a curveball his first time up. He gets a curve here at 65 miles an hour.
4 pitches, 4 strikes. Changeup, curveball, fastball with 2-seam movement. Now a curveball.
Slider or cutter off the inside.
Just at this point, I mean, he's more of a junker than a power arm. I mean, and that's what happens. You pitch for 15 years, you're going to change.
But he's making it work, that's for sure. Better than 100 innings pitched already. He's pitched 2 complete games this year.
Yeah, he's always prided himself as an innings eater, and he has done that his career.
1-2. 2-2. Wilmer Flores on deck. Second time through now for this Giants lineup. 3 hits against Wainwright in the first 2 innings, all singles. Full count. Curve, and he pulled it foul. Dropped down to a knee with the follow through. It was going to be a strike.
Yeah, it was. Just such an acute break. It's just like trying to hit a coin coming down the wishing well.
Another 3-2. Yastrzemski lines this one to center, and it's a base hit. Mike's 2 for 2.
And you see his philosophy tonight. I'm going to go back up the middle. Guy's going to give me a lot of off-speed stuff. I'm going to take what he gives me, and I'm going to use the middle of the field. He works the count full, gets another fastball challenge, and just right back up the middle. Not too greedy.
So now Wilmer, who we thought just missed one his first time up.
You know what he's thinking? He wants to see that same pitch that he just missed.
spins out of the way of the curve.
Next pitch, number 50. You want to be 45 or less at the end of 3, so you're a little high.
Yeah, let's see if the Giants can push him a little more here. Only 1 out in the 3rd inning. You're in the middle of the order. A long hold. And that curveball was better thrown.
I think too, for a guy 6'7", he's pretty quick out of the stretch. Again, another example of athleticism. Most 6'7" guys, they take a little time to get unwound and throw the ball. Good stealing opportunity. And you can't say that about Wainwright. He and Cueto both veterans. They've polished that part of the game, holding runners on.
Wilmer ahead of the count, 2-1. And he took a big rip at the curve.
Take a look at the big balloon. Starts off at the shoulders, drops in the middle of the strike zone.
In the dirt, got by Molina. Yastrzemski to second. Molina still doesn't have the ball, but Mike will stop at second base. Wild pitch.
Now a fastball kind of skimmed on him, went right between his legs. He reacted as if he thought it was going to come up. It did not. May have hit the plate.
Might have. So now the Giants have a runner in scoring position. First base is open. Alex Dickerson waiting on deck. A long look to second. 3-2 is ball 4.
Good at bat.
First walk drawn by the Giants. Pretty amazing, isn't it? This is the 290th game with Wainwright on the mound and Molina starting behind the plate. That's the 4th most of any battery combination in the history of baseball, and they're catching up fast.
That is remarkable. That says a lot about Wainwright, Molina, and the Cardinals.
Yeah, no other combo on that list anywhere close to the modern, this era. I don't want to say the modern era, but it is easily the best combo of pitcher catcher most games of this era of big league history.
Yeah, in 113 years.
Yeah, exactly. Dickerson.
I like the point you made earlier in this series yesterday about a lot of similarities between the Giants and the Cardinals because they keep their players. And that's why I say it says a lot about Molina, it says a lot about Wainwright, but it says a lot about the Cardinals who kept these guys on this team their whole careers.
Dickerson a little topper, 1-2. I think it's a big similarity, and both franchises celebrate their history as well as anybody. Welcome back their former players.
Both teams born in 1883.
Hard to fathom. And they've played head-to-head every year since then, other than last year. Dickerson, a hard shot and a diving stab at first by Goldschmidt for out number 2.
Gold Glove play by a Gold Glover. And that ball is blistered. You don't get a lot of range. And not only does he make the play, but he's able to get back up and then win the foot race and not have to make a throw. This is a significant deal. If he flips this off to a catcher, a fast runner like Yastrzemski, I mean, he might just keep on running. The catcher, the pitcher getting the ball to complete the play, his back would be to the play to Yastrzemski, but Job well done by Goldschmidt.
So now Crawford and a curve for a strike. This will be interesting to see with first base empty how Wainwright goes about facing Crawford. 2 on 2 out. Crawford line to hit to left field his first time up. If he does that here, the Giants likely will tie the game. Crawford to left center field. And that's going to get the job done. One hop to Bader, who's got a big arm. Here comes Wilmer, and he'll score easily. 2-2. Crawford ties it up.
Well, take what he gives you. That's kind of the motto tonight. And for the second time in tonight's game, Crawford comes up and goes to the left field side of second base. He gets a good pitch to hit, too. You can't discount that. I mean, he had an excellent opportunity. That's a hanging slider. Didn't try to do too much. And cashes in. We got a brand new ball game. RBI number 54 and 55 for Brandon Crawford, the All-Star.
And I wasn't taking it totally for granted. Wilmer Flores is not at 100% in terms of his running speed these days, but he scored easily. Now Solano, big cut at the first pitch. What a nice at bat for Brandon Crawford again. There's Wilmer. The walk got him to first base. He's been so good, Wilmer Flores, these last few weeks, staying in the strike zone, not chasing. Solano, a liner to short. Out number 3. But the Giants get the big hit from Brandon Crawford and tie it up. We'll go to the 4th. 2-2.
Giants baseball on NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by WebEx. The future of work is hybrid. WebEx by Cisco.
Well, the final game of this 3-game series against these Cardinals is tomorrow night at 6:45. Oracle Park is at 100% capacity. So fans, we invite you to get out here and have some fun. Tickets to tomorrow night's Cardinal game and all home games. Go to sfgiants.com.
Then the off day Thursday. Then the Nats will be in town. Big week before the All-Star break for the Giants. They've been one of the very best teams in baseball at home. Harrison Bader almost got hit by that fastball. Giants are 26-12 at home. Wow, called the ball. That one was right there.
Hard to hold your composure with a tight zone, but
Bader smokes that one down the left field line. One hop up against the wall. Alex Dickerson will play the carom, but that is a leadoff double for Harrison Bader, who's pumped about it apparently.
I was taking a look at the location. Just a challenge right out there above the belt, out over middle way. I mean, you throw a pitch like that, you're happy you didn't get hit out of the ballpark. That's a great pitch to hit.
So Paul DeYoung now. It is the bottom part of the order. 7, 8, 9 coming up after that leadoff double. We'll see if Cueto can work around it. Strike 1 to DeYoung. One and one.
Strikeout situation for Cueto here.
Ball 2.
And DeYoung is a guy who'll strike out, but he's also a guy who's got some power. 194 bats. He's got 10 home runs.
Yeah, he's having a down year with the batting average, but he has done some damage. Pulls that one and just foul.
Groundskeeper ball dude. I miss our ball dudes and our ball babes. I do. Yeah, to me, that'll be the symbol of we're finally back 100%.
A lot of familiar faces, old friends, a lot of comedy.
They've saved many a night where we've had a rough game, and out of the blue, the ball dude would steal the show.
Low, 3-2. Wouldn't chase that changeup.
But Johnny Cueto, I mean, he'll throw it again.
Yeah.
Anything, anytime.
DeYoung went around, strike 3, high fastball.
Couldn't lay off, broke him down at 91. Halfway into the swing, he realized it wasn't a good pitch to swing at. So strikeout number 5 for Cueto. They're all swing and miss strike 3s, and this is a big one. Runner at second, nobody out. You're pitching for it, and he gets it.
But now Sosa, who hit the little weird comebacker that Cueto kind of fell down trying to field, couldn't field it. So he got credit for a hit his first time up. Bader, good speed at second. Sosa, another little dribbler. Cueto is going to throw, but he had no chance to get him. Sosa's 2 for 2, and he's hit the ball about a combined 85 feet.
Yeah, the exit velocity is 14 miles per hour. It does frustrate you. It really does. This is just bad luck. That's all it is. You make a great pitch, 1-2 seams in on his hands. And with the speed of Sosa, it really never had a chance.
Cueto did everything well. Just no chance. So now Wainwright, and the Cardinals, Wainwright's so good with the bat, controlling the bat. The Cardinals have some options here.
Well, you're right. He's such a good bunter. The safety squeeze always an option.
And you got really good speed at third. That helps if you're going to try that play. Cueto's that wasn't real subtle. Trying to tell Lamont Wade he's got to be wary of the bunt. First pitch, he is bunting, and he gets it down. Bader is not going to break, though. So Cueto will take the out at first. Sosa goes to second, 2 down.
Johnny Cueto could not have worked out any different. I'm really surprised that Bader stopped. I mean, it wound up being a pretty good play, because with as quick as Johnny Cueto got to the ball, I mean, he would have been out had he have gone. So he stops. In the end, they do get the sacrifice and get Sosa to second, but Bader broke from third, tried to get Cueto to balk.
He thought he did get him to balk. Johnny stepped off. Big at bat here. Second and third, 2 down, tie game, 4th inning. Well, that replay, I mean, I thought, I was with you. As soon as Wainwright got the bunt down with Bader's speed, I thought, well, he's going to try to score. But the way Cueto fielded that ball, he was going to be out.
He really charged hard. And that's what broke down Bader's attempt to score.
2-0, and Chadwick Trump's coming out.
And he's going to say, hey, look, you've already struck this guy out a couple times with fastballs in. He can't hit him. You don't want to pitch to Goldschmidt. He's on deck. Let's go. And this is a mound meeting. It's a Nextiva mound meeting. When you need business communications for the office, the home office, and everywhere in between, choose Nextiva.
It was 2-man meeting this time. Catcher and pitcher. In a big spot in this ball game. Giants just tied it up with 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. Big Swing and a miss on the fastball.
Went right in on the hands. I mean, he's had him swing through that pitch. He's not even fouling it off.
I mean, the Cardinals, 4 of them have been just little bloops or infield dribblers, but they already have 7 hits in this game. Carlson trying to put the ball in play.
Well, he's had 2 bloops and 2 swinging bunts. Not like he's getting rocked.
Exactly. A little bit low with the changeup. That's who's next.
I feel a lot of fastball for that guy, and he's swinging and missing that. He's not thinking changeup. That guy, he's going to sit on a fastball and try and hit it. He didn't have to be so fine with that changeup.
He misses with the fastball and walks him. That's the first walk given up, and it comes in a tight spot.
Johnny Cueto stepping off, and Andrew Bailey's going to go out and just give him a breather. 67 pitches here. He's had a lot of pitches out of the stretch. He's been in the stretch every inning.
Yeah, either the first or second hitter in every inning has been on base. Well, Cueto's pitched Goldschmidt pretty tough. 1 for 2, that little bloop hit, but we know the history. I mean, Paul Goldschmidt in this spot, bases loaded. This is the at-bat of the game right here. 6 career grand slams.
And he's going to want to get after it early in this count.
All right, here we go. Good pitch, strike 1. 93, reached back, got a little extra.
It's a competitive fastball.
Good speed all the way around for the Cardinals. Wow, didn't get the call. 1-1. It's a good pitch. Cueto waiting for the one he wants. Now he's got it. 1-1. Goldschmidt against that fastball that was running in. Strike 2.
Big time movement on that 2-seamer. And you got to have some guts going inside that big with the bases loaded, because if you hit him, it's a big mistake, and Arenado hits.
The 1-2. Did he go? No. High fastball, and he almost did.
All right, Roberto Ortiz, the first base umpire. Were you good? Yes, you were. Nice call.
Yeah, that was the right call.
Rookie umpire.
Bases loaded, 2 down. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Paul Goldschmidt. Cueto throws. That one very high.
I mean, it's just the idea is good. I mean, they know he chases above the zone. He's got a slide uppercut. The guys with uppercuts who are aggressive, and he wants to hit. He didn't want to walk. It's just a little too high.
It's the 7th 3-2 count of the game already with Arenado looming. 3-2. Goldschmidt lines one into left field. That's a hit. Bader and Sosa both are going to score, and the Cardinals are back ahead 4-2.
Had the challenge. That fastball middle in at the belt, and Goldschmidt with a good pitch to hit cashes in.
So the Cardinals right back in front. The 8th hit against Cueto. He was ahead of the count. He couldn't put him away, and then he had to come in, and now he's got to face Nolan Arenado. He takes strike one. Arenado 2-run homer in the first, and then a little blue pit in the third. He's 2 for 2. Arenado might have broken his bat there. I think he did. Leadoff double, the little swinging bunt, then the walk with 2 outs to Carlson that got Goldschmidt to the plate. That was big. 0-2. A little bit high.
That's exactly where he wanted to throw those 2 fastballs to Goldschmidt when he was ahead 1-2 and 2-2.
Yeah. Got him swinging with the high fastball. But the Cardinals, after the Giants had tied it up, go right back ahead. It's 4-2 St. Louis.
Giants baseball on NBC Sports Bay Area is brought to you by Toyota. With 10 hybrids to choose from, there's one for everyone. Toyota, let's go places. By Kelly Moore Paints, the Painter's Paint Store. And by Mercury Insurance. Get a quote at mercuryinsurance.com.
Well, the Giants tied it up, but the Cardinals now have gone back ahead. Paul Goldschmidt, a 2-out, 2-run base hit. It's 4-2 St. Louis, bottom of the 4th. Steven Duggar will lead off against Adam Wainwright. Golden Gate Bridge, those new City Connect uniforms will be in play this weekend. Giants and the Nats. With the bridge sort of as the defining theme, I would say. Strike one to Duggar.
They've got the Golden Gate Bridge on both sleeves. I think it's the highlight of the uni.
Duggar had a base hit his first time up. Swings at the curveball here and skies it to left. Carlson came in, now having to go back pretty quickly. One away. Look who's here tonight, Mike. This was between innings up on the big video board.
Gary Lavelle broke in with 1974 when the Giants played 11 years with San Francisco. Great teammate. 2-time National League All-Star and one of the nastiest left-handers in the National League his whole time at the big league level. Great to see him. Had a chance to visit with Gary before the game. Came up here going, "Where's Kipe?" He's on assignment.
Yo, Gary. He misses you guys.
Yeah, he was. I mean, Gary Lavelle came out and with a real high leg kick, left-hander. And he threw mid to high 90s. I mean, he was just nasty with a big curveball. I played with Bill Buckner, who was one of the great left-handed hitters of our generation, and he said that's the one at bat against Gary Lavelle, man. And he raked Steve Carlton, he raked all the great lefties, but Gary Lavelle, and for Buckner to give him that type of applause, I mean, he never credited a pitcher ever, but he thought Gary Lavelle was the bomb. So did I.
I mean, the Giants have been around for 139 seasons. That's called strike 3 to Chadwick Trump. Let's see if we can get a look at Gary.
Big glasses, high leg kick. Johnny the Master at short.
That's cool to see. All-time franchise leader in games pitched.
in the history of the Giants.
Yep.
Going back to 1883. Next on the list, Christy Mathewson. So, I mean, that's pretty good company for Gary.
Yeah, it is. He did well for a barrel-chested coal miner.
Helmet flew off for Johnny. It's 0-2.
Really healthy swing at that.
He did. Even Cueto was ready to just walk back to the dugout, get his glove. That was a different kind of swing.
That's world-class emergency swing. And there you go. All-time games leaders. Gary Lavelle with 647. Christy Mathewson, Greg Minton, a workhorse. Carl Hubble and Sergio Romo.
That's a really cool list.
Well, and most of those appearances for Mathewson and Hubble were starts.
Correct. It's a demonstration of how baseball changed. Cueto up the middle, and DeYoung has it go off his glove. Johnny Cueto, the helmet was gone at the plate, and Johnny is thinking, do I have a hit? I think I have a hit.
Well, another breaking ball, and he hits this thing in kind of off the end of the bat, but DeYoung just could not get enough glove on it. So they're not going to give a hit. They're going to give DeYoung an error, which I don't know. I think he could have given him a hit.
I thought so.
So did DeYoung.
That may be the closest Johnny gets all year. Not that that should be a factor for the official score, but Lamont Wade now 0 for 2.
Yeah, and now Lamont Wade gets to be the tying run here.
Yeah.
So that's a significant happening in this game.
Lamont has the power to tie the game with one swing. He doesn't have the timing down swinging at that curveball yet. He's not alone. 7 home runs for Lamont Wade. Ball 1. Sinker in the dirt. 76 pitches now for Wainwright.
Yeah, man, at the very least, you're getting more pitches out of Wainwright.
Cueto acting like he was going to steal. Cueto started, and Antoine Richardson's going, what are you doing?
It's not a bad play.
No, they're not holding him on.
If you steal it, you're in scoring position, and if you're out, well, then Lamont Wade leaves it off for the Giants in the bottom of the 5th.
Maybe he just wanted to have some fun over there. He hadn't been at first base this year. The 1-2. Curve taken low. Yadier was daring him to go. Mike Yastrzemski's 2 for 2. So if Wade reaches base, then I think you really got something for the Giants. It's not literally the only time Johnny's been at first base, but he hadn't been over there very often. In the dirt, and that one kicks away. So Cueto will make it to second on a wild pitch. Every time he's got to go back and get the helmet.
Well, big curveball. Giants catch a break as this hits off the hip of Yadier Molina. Johnny Cueto can run.
Yeah, we saw him score from first. Flying around the bases a couple starts ago. 3-2 to Lamont Wade. Curve topped, and it rolls foul. That's good for Wade. He'll live to see at least one more pitch.
Big 3-2 hook. Wainwright not giving in. And it's remarkable as the type of command he has of that big curveball. The bigger the curveball, the harder it is to control it. And he's never had a problem with it. Obvious there with that 3-2 curveball.
So another pitch to Lamont Wade here. He's making Adam Wainwright work hard. He takes ball 4. Nice job, Lamont Wade. That was pretty impressive, I thought.
Yeah, and he gets a hot hitter up there to have his hacks at Wainwright. Mike Yastrzemski's got 2 hits. So an impressive at bat indeed.
You know, it's almost like what happened in the top of the 4th inning where Dylan Carlson was up there and Cueto walked him. And then Goldschmidt came up. I think Wainwright wanted to finish the inning with Lamont Wade. Couldn't do it.
So Mike Maddox, his 22nd year at the big leagues, in the big leagues as a pitching coach. Coming out just to do nothing else but give him a little breather.
Mike Yastrzemski, both his hits straight back up the middle, line drive singles. Two on, 2 out. 12 home runs for Yastrzemski this year. Curve not close. Tried that super slow curveball there. I think he threw that one to Yastrzemski to start the last at bat. Cueto taking his lead away from second, and that's ball 2 down and in with the slider, the cutter. That pitch count continues to climb. He's up to 83 now. It's still the 4th inning.
You want to be 60 or less after the end of the 4th. Get an idea of just how far over the norm he is.
2-0. Curveball. That one hit to left field. Carlson is there to make the catch, and Wainwright gets through it. So the Giants put some pressure on Wainwright. Great to see Gary Lavelle. He's on the Giants Wall of Fame outside the ballpark and here tonight watching his Giants.
Well, this Saturday, the Giants, along with Nike and Fanatics, will celebrate the launch of the City Connect jerseys at the Marina Green from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. The event is free to the public and will include a live DJ, beer garden with TV streaming the National Giants game. Food trucks will be there in the Fanatics retail trailer featuring all the Giants City Connect merchandise. For more information about this event, go to sfgiants.com/cityconnect.
Already seeing tons of it all around the ballpark. You and I, we got our sweatshirts, our hats.
Yeah.
John's got his hat on tonight.
John's got his hat on tonight. He may wear that the rest of the year.
Yeah, here Molina in the 5th inning. Giants trail the Cardinals 4-2. Now Wainwright worked through a jam in the bottom of the 4th. 1-1.
The City Connect jerseys have fog on the G, which is on the chest of the uniforms, and on the numbers on the back of the uniform, there's fog.
Molina loops one into center field. Yadier's got his 2nd hit of the night.
Well, just like that, Johnny Cueto right back in the stretch.
Did you see Kevin Gausman's suggestion? If he just volunteered, hey, if they had asked me about what our City Connect uniform should have been, Alcatraz prisoner jumpsuits.
Well, they'd be all orange, wouldn't they?
That made me laugh. I think he was kind of kidding, kind of. Tommy Edman goes after that first pitch.
But every time you get a theme uniform And now there's 6 that the players have during the course of the season. I mean, it's really fun in the clubhouse, guys. I mean, they love it. And you find out who are the guys, because the guys can make any uniform look good. And then there's the not so guys that can screw up any unit.
I would say Brandon Crawford is the guy on the Giants.
Crawford can make any uniform look good.
John Brebbia is going to get heated up, a former Cardinal. Tommy Edman, a little pop-up. I say pop-up. It's carrying out there to medium deep.
Steven Duggar makes a uni look good. Austin Slater makes a uni look good. Mike Yastrzemski. And we're not even getting into the pitching staff yet.
Yeah, I guarantee you Lamont Wade's going to look good in that City Connect uniform.
Jalen Davis.
Harrison Bader, who doubled his last time up. That started the 2-run rally that put the Cardinals ahead last inning. And he hits this one on one hop. Wade is going to go to second for one. Molina went back to first.
A lot of confusion over there.
I'm not sure what was going on. Yadi, Bader, Wade, they were all there. It's a double play. 4-2 Cardinals. Well, here's a look from the T-Mobile coverage cam here at Oracle Park. The splash cam high above the right field foul pole. All the great views we see from the Bay Bridge, across the water, down into McCovey Cove. Never ever gets boring to watch our T-Mobile coverage cam, the splash cam.
Well, let's take a look at the play that ended it. It's going to be a 3-6-3. Wade with a perfect strike, and then a throwback from Solano. But watch what Molina does. He comes back to first base. So in the end, a lot of things to consider if you're Lamont Wade, and they get it done. And even more importantly, Harrison Bader runs well. They shot him down. So that goes 3-4-3.
And Wilmer Flores leads off against Adam Wainwright. I don't think I've ever seen a base runner try to break up a double play quite like that.
I was trying to break it up at first base.
I mean, Yadier Molina, his bag of tricks. A little bit low.
Yeah, you know, you think about it, it's not a bad play.
It was a great replay look, and Lamont Wade, I mean, his concentration was tested.
I mean, in the end, he had to straddle Molina.
He did.
You see something new every day.
That was a new one. Pitch number 88 from Wainwright. Flores, who walked and scored a run last time up, and right now he's just seeing the ball well. He is controlling the strike zone as a hitter. Doesn't mean he's getting a hit every time, but he's forcing pitchers to come in. 3-1. That is ball 4. Leadoff walk, and now a brief message from Pacifico. Nine pitches now for Adam Wainwright. Nobody out, bottom 5. Giants need more, though, than just making Adam Wainwright work. They're down 2 runs. Alex Dickerson takes strike 1. There's a borderline strike.
Yeah, they need a big fellow to run into one. They get the right guy in the box. Homered yesterday in a pinch hit roll.
Hit a ball very hard his last time up. Really big play in this game, Paul Goldschmidt. That one not hit all that hard. Kind of topped it. Wainwright took his time, and he just got him.
So Roberto Ortiz, the young umpire, making the call. Cats are going to check it, but I do believe he got it right.
I think he did too.
Ball just kind of stayed down on Wainwright. And they got him, indeed.
Well, we mentioned how he's a Gold Glover. Has been 2 different times. No panic. Just very calmly made the play. Flores in scoring position. Dickerson's 0 for 3. Brandon Crawford's 2 for 2 though, with the base hit that tied it up in the 3rd. One hit to left, one hit to left center for Crawford tonight. It's been a good approach against Wainwright for several Giants hitters. No big overshift for Brandon Crawford. DeYoung still on the shortstop side of the bag. And he rips a curveball into right field. That's another hit for Brandon. Wilmer Flores is going to come around and he will score. Here comes the throw to second. It's offline. Crawford's got a double. It's 4-3.
How much confidence does he have in the batter's box in RBI situations? 3rd RBI tonight.
That's a good list to be on, and he passes Jeff Kent for 7th on the all-time Giants doubles list.
And he gets a hanging curveball. I mean, guys get hot and they get good pitches to hit and they don't miss them.
Cardinals going to get the bullpen going. Ryan Helsley. Tying run in scoring position for Donovan Solano. Lined out his last time up. Hits that one down the right field line, but foul. That was a pitch to hit for Donovan.
Well, a lot of stretch time for Wainwright. Both pitchers been in the stretch a lot tonight.
Yeah, I don't think Wainwright's going to be around this game too much longer. The question is, can the Giants get it tied or better before he's out? 95th pitch of the night for Wainwright. Ball 1. What a night for Brandon Crawford. It's only the 5th inning. He's got 3 hits, 3 runs batted in.
Yeah, he started the night hit 264. He's now hitting 273.
Yeah, it's July. Now Wainwright and Yadier are going to talk it over.
Well, the best baseball thieves are catchers and middle infielders when they're runners at second base. I mean, they know all the signs and they also know all the tricks.
Wainwright was looking back at Crawford. He had kind of a smile on his face, but he said something to Brandon. Crawford's got a great poker face.
Yeah, that's the who me look. Who me?
Oh. Here's the 1-1. Solano on the ground to 3rd. Arenado throws him out. 2 down. Donovan's 0 for 3. They're going to walk Duggar intentionally. Pitch to Chadwick Trump.
Yeah, I'd do the same thing. So Mike Schilt, the manager for the Cardinals, impressed with what he's seen in Duggar's first 2 at-bats.
Trump's got power. 0 for 2 tonight against Wainwright. Now time very late, right as Wainwright started.
No pitcher likes that, but as Dwayne Kuiper likes to point out, if you're going to hold that hitter that long, you have to expect it.
Trump, a little flare to right field. Edman coming in, and he dives, and he makes a catch. He got a little bit of a late break. That was almost a big break for the Giants, but no, Tommy Edman ends up making a nice play.
It's great to have speed to overcome a bad first step. 4-3 Cardinals.
Well, what an accomplishment for Buster Posey. 7-time All-Star, having just a great year. In honor of number 28 and all of his accomplishments, Visa is presenting a $28 flash sale. $28 lower box tickets to weekend games. That's up to a 40% savings, available until July 8th. sfgiants.com/Posey to take advantage of this flash sale opportunity.
And we want to say happy birthday to Boomer, big Giants fan watching tonight. Boomer, we miss you.
No kidding. Ball to Young, who struck out his last time up. 0 for 2 in this game. Cardinals 4, Giants 3. Johnny Cueto still out there. 1-2. Well, Adam Wainwright's spot is due up third. I'm guessing that he will be done for the night for the Cardinals. Andrew Miller, now the guy getting loose.
Andrew Miller, one of 3 lefties that the Cardinals have in their bullpen.
Oh, Wainwright, he's still got the helmet on. He's not conceding anything.
Now the Cardinals only have 4 guys on their bench too. They might let Wainwright hit, even if they're taking him out of the game.
Yeah, good point. Particularly if it were a spot where maybe a bunt would be a play that could help him. Now time. Got him swinging. 93-mile-an-hour fastball.
It's been about the top end of his velocity tonight. 7 strikeout for Johnny, and all 7 have been swinging missed strike threes. Here, just reach back and compete. Blew a fastball right through a good fastball hitter.
7 strikeouts tonight for Cueto. How can Edmundo Sosa come up with a hit this time? How soft can he hit a ball and get a hit?
He's had 2 of the ugliest hits we've seen all year. But hey, 2-line drives tomorrow morning.
That one, he might have another one. Solano got it to Cueto, and he's out. That didn't seem possible.
Oh, and you saw Sosa kind of reach out to Johnny Cueto after this effort. I mean, Solano, this is a really tough angle to get a throw, so he 360s.
They got him.
And they got him.
Wow.
I mean, everybody involved in this play did a great job to get this out. That's the big leagues.
That was pretty remarkable. And a great call by Roberto Ortiz.
That was almost a 3-for-3 night. The 3 infield hits.
Yeah. That was his best hit ball of the game right there.
You're right.
Goes to show you, Edmundo, stop hitting it so hard. So now Jose Rondon will be the hitter with the bases empty. A little shimmy. We haven't seen that tonight. Yeah, you make a great play at first base, you're feeling good.
And there's the little slap of respect as Sosa watches the replay, because he had that hit already in the batting average.
Oh, heck yeah. On the ground, tough hop, knocked down by Lamont Wade. He'll flip it to Johnny, who drops the ball, picks it up, but not in time. And now Rondon Might have gotten clipped by Cueto there.
I think that Johnny was surprised that Wade flipped the ball to him. I think he felt he was going to take it himself.
Wow, 2 strange plays in a row. That left hand hurting Jose Rondon. Anthony Reyes is going to come out and check on Cueto while the Cardinals check on Rondon.
Got a wrist stinger. So Anthony Reyes, Giants trainer, coming out and checking. Let's take a look. I think right here he's thinking he's going to take it himself, and then in the end, the closer you get to a guy, the tougher it is to make a play.
Did the Giants ask for a review?
Let's take a look. Why would they ask for a review? Never really had it.
Now he gets it. Does he have it?
Yeah, I can see. That's a good call. I mean, to at least have him check. Just a matter of, do they think he had control?
They're going to say out.
Wow.
That's 2 amazing plays in a row by Johnny Cueto. And Rondon's thinking, after all that, I don't even get anything out of it. Cueto with a big smile. His spot coming up.
How about that?
Amazing.
Well, check out the new Giants Talk podcast presented by Wendy's, covering all the trending stories surrounding the Giants. Hosted by Giants insider Alex Pavlovich and Cole Kuiper, with special appearances from Dwayne Kuiper. Subscribe right now wherever you get your podcasts.
It's 4-3 Cardinals, bottom 6, and some changes coming for the Cardinals. The new pitcher, when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. So Andrew Miller for the 20th time this year, and this was going to prompt some changes on the Giants side as well. Cueto is finished his spot leading off here. Giants down by a run. Austin Slater will come up as pinch hitter against the veteran Andrew Miller.
Andrew Miller with a low 3/4 sling, and that's always been one of the really great forms of deception in his delivery, his low 3/4 arm angle. I mean, he's no longer a blazer with the fastball. When we first saw him, he was mid to high 90s and as nasty as anybody. And he was a guy that, you know, would take the ball and get 5, 6, sometimes more outs in the modern era.
Austin Slater hits a little fly ball, shallow right, sprinting out Sosa, and he can't catch it. Slater will be safe at first, kind of into no man's land. And it'll be a leadoff hit for Austin Slater.
Yeah, and he didn't get out of the box very well.
That one was up there long enough where if he gets out better, maybe he thinks about second base.
Just a very, very difficult play in Northern California with the wind we've seen today affecting pop-ups and fly balls. Nothing's been easy. And you can see he did not get out of the box well. I mean, he should have had an opportunity to get to second.
So he's at first. Nobody out, and another pinch hitter, Darren Ruff. Good matchup here against Andrew Miller. Way outside, ball 1. I mean, Andrew Miller for a time was one of the very best relievers in the game.
Oh, he was just unique and just as nasty as you can imagine, and efficient.
Darren Ruff's had a good swing going. A lot of good at bats lately for the Giants. He takes that one for a strike.
I mean, even at a lesser velocity, you're getting that big flat break and it's coming across the plate. I mean, that's big time movement.
Excellent speed at first base. Austin Slater. Ruff went after that slider. 1-2.
Well, he was in good position.
Well, it's over now in Miami. They went to extra innings 1-1, but the Marlins have scored and won the game. So the Dodgers lose. Giants have a chance to add a game to their lead in the National League West tonight if they can beat the Cardinals, but they're down 4-3. First fastball we've seen. 2-2. There it is, the final. 2-1 Marlins.
Marlins have played the Dodgers tough.
They sure have pitched them tough. Yeah, put that F up there. Way inside it, it hit him. Ruff tried to get out of the way and it hit his back foot.
Trying to throw the back foot slider does not literally mean hit the back foot. So a bruise for a base. Let's see exactly where it does get him. It might have got him up on the shin. It did.
Yeah, it did get him
below
on the
the
foot.
knees.
You're right.
That did not feel good.
No.
Ouch.
Might have gotten his foot on the ricochet, but that hurts.
Somewhere in Danville, Dwayne Kuiper's rubbing his shin bone right now.
Mike Yastrzemski comes up now. And the Cardinals are going to bring Arenado in at third, just in case. He has an excellent bunter for a base hit. Left on left here. And he takes the slider for a called strike right on the inside.
I mean, that's the one that's just so hard to hang in there with. When you're in that right in the left-handed batter's box, it literally starts out behind you, taking out that inside corner.
Tying run at second, nobody out. But the Giants can think big inning now. They're in the middle of the order. They've got 2 on, no out. Cardinals have a right-hander up in their bullpen. Wilmer Flores is due on deck. This is the third hitter for Andrew Miller, so Mike Shildt could, if he wanted to, make a move after this hitter.
Action in the Cardinals bullpen.
Yeah, that's Helsley again. Helsley. The 0-1. Well, you have to be willing to be patient against the Cardinals bullpen. Their bullpen has had a real hard time throwing strikes.
Cardinals lead the National League in walks.
A 1-1. Yastrzemski off the front foot. A pop-up. DeYoung. Bader. And it'll be DeYoung, and he can't catch it. Now he's going to try to throw to third, and Slater's slide takes out Arenado. Slater's out, so they get the force out at third. Tough play for everybody involved. Slater made it close.
Yeah, he really did. That's the contact he makes with, it's a force play. He comes in, takes the feet out from under Arenado. But you're really a rock and a hard place. I mean, you can't even think about going halfway there. If he catches the pop-up, I mean, you're going to be out. So you kind of have to stay close. Just another example of how tough the pop-ups have been tonight.
Ended up being a good play for Harrison Bader. So 2 on, 1 out. Giants down by a run. New pitcher coming in. And we'll be back right after this.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
Giants threatening, but still down a run. 4-3, bottom of the 6th. 2 on, 1 out. And a new pitcher, it is the right-hander Ryan Helsley. And just like so many of those Cardinals, the command, Mike, can be an issue for Ryan.
Well, it is an issue, but stuff is not an issue with Helsley, you're going to see a high velocity fastball. Look at 30 strikeouts and 22 walks in 33 innings. That's a lot. But you're going to get a mid to high 90s fastball, a really good kill slider. It's also got a curveball.
Wilmer Flores, the hitter. Alex Dickerson now on deck. And the one thing this does do, Mike Schilt makes the move. Wilmer gets to face the right-hander. So the Cardinals might like this matchup a little bit better than Miller against Flores. But after this, Dickerson and Crawford, if the Giants can keep this rally going. Wilmer lines it to left. Carlson, though, will leap up and make the catch. Darren Ruff scrambles to get back. Wow.
He almost overran that. Take a look at 96 going in, 106 going out. He just scalds this thing. And you take a look at Carlson. I mean, he came over and that line drive kind of took off on him. Winds up making a nice play. But Helsley's not fooling anybody looking at that first swing.
All right, Alex Dickerson 0 for 3 tonight in a very big spot. Giants at first and second, nobody out. Now it's first and second, 2 down. In the dirt. The guy who's having the monster game is on deck. The Giants would absolutely love for Brandon Crawford to get a chance here in the 6th inning. Not that Dickerson can't get it done himself. Homered yesterday against a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Helsley and Dickerson. It's a towering fly ball way up there. Edman in right field, backpedaling, and he'll make the catch. So the Giants do not score. Great opportunity, but nothing. On to the 7th, 4-3 Cardinals.
Our game summary is brought to you by Toyota. Through 6 full innings of play, it is 4-3 Cardinals. And let's take a look at some of the highlights. Adam Wainwright, Johnny Cueto, toe-to-toe. And now it is a bullpen game. Brandon Crawford 3 for 3, a double, 3 RBIs. The big swing of the bat for the Cardinals, a 2-run homer by Nolan Arenado. That came in the first inning. And there we are through 6 full innings of play. 4-3 Cardinals. New pitcher now for the Giants. Going to be John Brebbia. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. The season for John Brebbia, this is his 6th appearance for the Giants. He's done a nice job, 8 strikeouts with 1 walk. An emotional night for Brebbia because, remember, Giants got him, and he was recovering from Tommy John surgery. His whole big league career has been with the Cardinals. So this is the very first time he'll ever pitch against the Cardinal uniform.
I guarantee you his heart is pumping right now.
Absolutely it is.
And he's got to face the big hitters, Carlson, Goldschmidt, Arenado.
I mean, it's a playoff game in Brebbia's mind right now.
Trying to hold the line. His first pitch slider to Dylan Carlson bounces in. Giants have had a frustrating game offensively in that they have had a lot of opportunity. They've left 10 men on base. Darren Ruff is in the game at first base. That's the only defensive change. Well, it's 2-0 to Carlson. And now it's 3-0. Three big league seasons with the Cardinals. 161 games in those 3 years for St. Louis for John Brebbia.
Yeah, he had quite a reputation in St. Louis. Cardinals fans loved him.
He's a big personality. We're all kind of waiting until we get to know John Brebbia a little better during the pandemic, and our time is limited with the players. And I mean, it seems weird to say, but we just don't know John that well. He hadn't been here for more than a couple weeks. But the Cardinals people just absolutely love this guy. 3-2 on the ground into the shift, and it's Wilmer Flores who will kind of lob one over to first.
Kind of goosed it.
Got the job done.
Yeah, we went over and said hello to John Rooney and Rick Horton, who are the radio broadcasters for the Cardinals. The first thing they asked us about was John Brebbia.
So now Paul Goldschmidt. That's a strike. Brebbia has done a good job for the Giants. I think still can get even more of that sharpness. That's a good slider.
Well, the last pitch you're going to get is going to be the slider, and he's really starting to throw some quick ones like that last one.
0-2. He likes to work quick.
Good curveball. Coming back from Tommy John, you'll throw a good slider, but then the next two may be a little diluted. Takes a while to get them all the way they snap. You have good strength on it.
That was a good one. Or, I mean, I guess he's got two different breaking pitches. He's got two different speeds. Slider and maybe a little slower, more like a curveball.
Yeah, definitely a curveball. But and then he's not afraid to pitch inside with that fastball. And he has a great beard.
Yes, he does. Zach Littell cut his mostly off, and John Brebbia is growing his more in. Two to Goldschmidt. Slider struck him out swinging.
Playoff game. Comes at him with a good hard breaking ball that snaps right through the strike zone, gets a swing through. And when you talk about saying it's a playoff game for Brebbia, it just means he's got lots of adrenaline going, and he does.
Ball one to Arenado, 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
And it's one of those things that other players look at. How is Brebbia going to do when he faces the Cardinals?
Now we got a piece of Trump.
It's kind of a little insight as to how a guy would pitch in the playoffs.
Yeah. He did pitch in the playoffs for the Cardinals in 2019.
Take a look at where this hits Chadwick Trump. Ooh. Shoulder point. That hurts.
Yeah, that little pad can only do so much.
It helps. Saw Jody Davis get hit there twice in the same row in consecutive same spot in consecutive pitches. Put him on the DL. And he was the first guy who came up with the pad for the shoulder.
Arenado after that slider, strike two. Brebbia in the playoffs in 2019. I mean, he pitched in the division series and the LCS against the Nationals. He was pitching hurt. That's right when things were starting to come apart for him. He's done pretty well against Nolan Arenado, hasn't he?
I think that's why the Giants got him.
It could. It's a pretty good reason. Fastball just missed.
That's his best velocity right there. I mean, he was going backyard rock throwing there.
Two and two. Arenado gets his first career hit against Brebbia. Went back with the fastball. Arenado's got his third hit of the night.
Some things never change.
It's amazing. And now Yadier Molina doesn't want to smile.
And this is the guy that, you know, if you're, you know, he's pitching against the Cardinals, but he's pitching against his former catcher. And, you know, the relationship you have as a pitcher and a catcher is a little different than other teammates.
They had a little moment there. They did.
Respectful.
Now it's time to compete. And a slider. Molina was ready for it. Yanked it, but foul.
That's an impressive strike right there.
I think Brebbia is a guy who likes to talk in a good way, not trash talking necessarily. He's not taking himself too seriously out there. Slider, that one popped up. Ruff is going to go give it a look.
Well, if you play here in San Francisco, I mean, Giants players have an advantage on those pop-ups down the right side because they know that you don't give up on them because the wind is going to push them back. Here's the moment we're talking about. Respect from Yadier Molina to John Brebbia. They all know what he went through to get back to the big leagues.
Yeah. Well, he's ahead of Yadier 0-2. 2 down, 7th inning. Arenado at first. Arenado takes off. And it's a slider for a ball. So Arenado gets the steal without a throw.
Smart play.
Really smart.
I mean, he knows that he's grinding to his former catcher, and you take your concentration off the guy at first base. That's an opportunity. Now, I don't know if Stubby Clapp, the first base coach, gave him a little heads up on that, but nevertheless, that's a good hit. Now he's in scoring position.
Yadier, who over the years at these kind of spots for the Cardinals has been so great. The 1-2 slider, and he just got a piece of it. Good pitch.
Yeah, he could throw a fastball across his letters here. He will swing at it. That is right there, just below the outside corner at the knees. You can't take that.
Another 1-2. Molina, base hit, left field. Dickerson's going to come up with the ball and throw home, but it's going to be cut off, and that steal, a huge play. 5-3 Cardinals.
And they do throw the high fastball, and Molina covers it. Right across the letters. And just like you said, I mean, how good has Molina been over the years in these situations?
Five 5-3 Cardinals. Goldschmidt knocked in a couple. Arenado knocked in a couple. Now Molina has driven in the 5th run. Tommy Edman. Well, that's big. The Giants have had all of these chances here the last few innings on offense. Couldn't quite get back even, and now the Cardinals, with 2 outs and the bases empty and a 2-strike count to Nolan Arenado, a couple minutes later have a run. One and 2. And the Cardinals, for all their pitching struggles, especially in the bullpen, we saw the combo yesterday. Gallegos has really been the setup man for St. Louis. And then Reyes, the closer, who's got 20 saves. We'll see if they're both available tonight. We don't know for sure. But it's a heck of a 1-2 combo at the end of a game. Brebbia trying to dig deep now. On the ground to third. Wilmer sort of playing shortstop, flips it to Crawford, and that's out number 3. 7th inning stretch time. Giants have work to do, down 5-3.
What's up, Laura Britt here in the NBC Sports Bay Area newsroom via WebEx by Cisco. Join me and Rich Aurelia immediately following the game for a fresh edition of Giants Postgame Live. Apparently, we've been talking about Nolan Arenado and Paul Goldschmidt a little too much. The Giants killers back at it again. We'll take a look at their numbers in the postgame show. We're also debuting a brand new segment, Fake or For Realia. If you want to know what that's all about, tune in on Giants Postgame Live, guys.
All right, thanks, Laura. Fake or Aurelia? Okay, I'll be tuning in.
Why not? It's fun.
5-3. Cardinals with the lead, and what a big moment that was in the top of the 7th inning. Nolan Arenado hadn't had a steal all year, hadn't tried to steal all year. Picked the right time with 2 outs, and that basically stole a run. So the Giants' task is tougher now. Bottom of the 7th, Crawford was at a great night. Helsley still in the game for the Cardinals on the mound. Ball 1. Solano and Duggar will also bat here in the 7th inning. Crawford 3 for 3, has driven in all 3 Giants runs. And he's ahead in the count here, 2-0. Crawford to center field and carrying pretty well. Bader all the way back onto the warning track, and he makes the catch.
Hit that ball well.
First time Crawford's made it out in this game. Up comes Solano. Pinch hit home run from Alex Dickerson notwithstanding, and the Giants were down in that game yesterday when Dickerson did that. But that's the only time the Giants have hit a home run in this series. Cardinals have kept him in the yard. Top home run hitting team in the National League, the Giants. Solano, kind of a wild swing and miss.
That's a nasty cutter that he saw from Helsley. I don't think he could throw a better one than that.
Threw a fastball 97. Another fastball. This one 99 miles an hour.
Yeah, pretty straight though. I mean, 99 straight is different than 99 with big movement. And Solano, it's tough to throw a fastball by him.
When he's really locked in and feeling great at the plate, he probably squares one of those 2 fastballs up. That one missed.
Just a little bit outside.
Good
grief.
I mean, there was a time this year I'd say too much stick 'em on the fingers, but it's a little sensitive right now.
Yeah, can't joke about that anymore.
No, but
oh my God,
that was like he was spiking a ball in the end zone.
It got to the dirt barely.
That was amazing.
Try it again. Solano.
And then he comes back and throws 93-mile-an-hour cut in the outside corner, perfect position or perfect location at the knees.
Yep. Same guy.
Same guy. And if you asked him to explain that ball in the dirt, he probably couldn't tell you. Too much arm speed.
Here's the 1-2. Cutter in the dirt. 2-2. So Duggar waiting on deck. And then Chadwick Trump's spot. Solano strikes out swinging.
Remember, that's the first. He got the first strike with that same pitch. That's a 90-mile-an-hour cutter. Head to count. You throw it below the zone. That's more than a cutter. That's a slider. That's a good one. And at that velocity, that's rare air.
Two down for Duggar. Good take. Pop up. Arenado's got it lined up. He's been here before. He knows the winds at Oracle Park, and the Giants are gone in order. We go to the 8th. 5-3 Cardinals.
Well, go to NBCSportsBayArea.com/Giants and stream Giants games, including pre and post game live. Plus, gets Giants news, features, article, and more. Don't miss out. Check out NBCSportsBayArea.com/Giants.
Got it all?
It's the promo that never ends.
Harrison Bader for the Cardinals here in the 8th inning. And John Brebbia, 27 pitches, but he stays in the game, at least for now. Trying to keep the Giants in the ball game, down 5-3. Called strike with the slider. Bader doubled to start the 4th inning. Scored the first run of that inning.
Had a good pitch to hit. Didn't miss it.
Pops that one up. Darren Ruff. 4 out, number 1. And now a word via WebEx by Cisco.
We need that part.
It's nearly done.
Can you repeat that? That's better.
It's done.
With WebEx, the McLaren Formula One team is collaborating like never before. Introducing the WebEx Suite, driving hybrid work.
1 out. Paul DeYoung stands in.
0 for 3 tonight against his former teammate. Had a pretty good cut.
Edmundo Sosa's on deck, and he's kind of leaking away from the on deck circle to get a good look at Brevia, and that ball whistled over his head.
He is leaking. Look at him.
I mean, that really does. Pitchers don't like that. Let's put it that way.
Two, a little bit low.
And what it does when you are Sosa, you can get back there and you really get a good look at the ball coming out of a pitcher's hand.
Got him. Strike 3 called.
Perfect pitch. 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts for DeYoung. That is just as nasty as he can throw it.
So 2 down. And Sosa has had an adventurous night at the plate. 2 for 3. The 2 hits, I thought no way they're hits. The one that wasn't, I thought was definitely a hit. It is not Gallegos. That's John Gant.
He's got great stuff and not so great control. Anytime you see a pitcher get loose and has a lot of walks, you're thinking, well, the Giants, the way they grind guys down, that's something that they can take advantage of.
They haven't been able to do it yet in this series. Not like it's been a ton of innings against the Cardinals bullpen. Two and two.
I tell you, the curveball, he's throwing it right on that outside corner. It's either perfect or he's missing a little bit out away, a little bit down below.
That one kind of had some hang time, and Sosa gave it a ride. It's gone. Sosa up over the left field wall. 6-3 Cardinals. Just his second home run.
Yeah, that's the problem with throwing a lot of breaking balls and then missing one in the strike zone. And you mentioned there's a little hang, and there it is, middle in, right at the knees. And the fact that he's seen 3 other breaking balls in this sequence, his back leg was timed to it, and rides it right out of here.
Now Gabe Kapler's coming out. That's going to do it for John Brevia against his old team. Gives up a couple runs out of the Giants bullpen. So here comes Jose Alvarez in to pitch. 6-3 Cardinals. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. 12 hits, including a couple home runs for the Cardinals tonight against the Giants. 6-3, top of the 8th. And the new pitcher coming in for the Giants is the left-hander Jose Alvarez.
29th time that he has come in, and he has really locked it in. I mean, he's knocked 5 points off of his ERA. He's down into 2.73 now. 20 strikeouts in 29 innings with 9 walks. And what he has done a really nice job of is bringing the sink back to his fastball. He's got a good slider to go with it and a changeup. But throwing with a lot of confidence.
So Matt Carpenter, the pinch hitter, had really the big hit yesterday. Really impressive. Cardinals, Kevin Gausman had his great stuff. And Matt Carpenter beat him for a triple that knocked in a couple runs. Big swing in the game. There's a strike from Alvarez. It has not been a typical Matt Carpenter season, but you wouldn't know from that at bat yesterday.
They asked for a little help. Adrian Johnson, the third base umpire, said no.
You know, Matt Carpenter very quietly, we talk about Arenado and Goldschmidt. It's not as spectacular, not as many home runs, but he has really hurt the Giants over the years. And he lines that one into right field. Yastrzemski's going to hustle over and cut it off. That'll keep Carpenter at first.
Nice play. When Gabe Kapler came out to take out John Brebbia, Gabe Kapler spent a lot of time talking to him. And I guarantee what he's talking about is how proud he is of the comeback. He knows what this night meant to him pitching against the Cardinals. I mean, obviously he's disappointed with giving up a couple runs in an inning and 2/3, but you know, this was a night that really in his mind was a milestone night. And Gabe Kapler acknowledging that.
So now Carlson, who will bat right-handed against Alvarez. Oh for 3. That walk was a big play, though. That came right before the 2-run single by Goldschmidt back in the 4th. That hit put the Cardinals ahead 4-2. Now it's 6-3.
You know, good managers know the emotion of their team. They know when a guy comes back to a city that he's from, and you're playing in a ballpark. He's playing in a ballpark that he went to as a kid. I mean, they know all those things. And they know guys have come back from long rehabs. And Tommy John is one of the longest rehabs. So it means a lot to a player when a manager will single him out.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what Gabe was doing. Also probably appreciating Mike the effort. I mean, Brebbia threw 40 pitches. He got 5 outs. The Giants pushed him a little bit tonight, really for the first time since coming back. Sure, a lot of things going through his mind right now. One, 2. Strike 3 called. Perfect pitch. So Alvarez gets Carlson. The home run, though, adds to the lead. Middle of the 8th, 6-3 Cardinals. Cardinals 6, Giants 3, bottom of the 8th inning tonight in San Francisco. Cardinals trying to make it 2 in a row, going back into their bullpen. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. It's the right-hander John Gant out of the bullpen. I mean, he's pitched a lot of innings. He's not just been a reliever for the Cardinals. Again, the walk total, Mike, you mentioned it.
Well, 49 walks and 68 2/3. I mean, that's way too many. And this is a guy who's in his 5th year at the big league level, really experiencing amazing problems with his commands. He got 49 walks, 52 strikeouts. They got him out of the starting rotation, so I mean, they're trying to get him back right. Got great stuff.
Trump goes after the first pitch. Trump 0 for 3 in this game for the Giants. Jason Vossler has a bat. He's come out on deck. A little squibber along the first base side for out number 1.
Well, Gant's right. I mean, he's got 2 types of fastball that can go mid to high 90s, sink and cut. He's got a cutter, slider, changeup, curveball, and you know sometimes when guys have problems with their command, they'll start taking some of those pitches away. Concentrate on 3 pitches, 3 types of movement, 3 different speeds. When he warmed up, he only threw the fastball, the changeup, and then a slider.
First night back up with the Giants, Jason Vossler, who's done some really good work this year in spots. Not a ton of hits. He's had a lot of big hits, though. And really, in this situation, mostly just trying to get on base. 2-0. Ball 3.
Easy takes.
Well, it's what the Giants need. They need base runners. That was a take all the way. It didn't have to be. 3-2. That's ball 4.
Do a changeup on a 3-2 count. Interesting. So Giants catch a break. A nice bat for Vossler.
One more base runner and get Mike Yastrzemski up as the tying run. Giants have hit more home runs than anybody in the National League, and they haven't hit one tonight. They're due. Ruff was hit by a pitch his first at bat. And he takes a strike on the inside corner. .389 on base average for Darren Ruff. With power.
Good changeup. So a fastball changeup combination to get the quick 0-2 advantage.
Ruff took the changeup that time. .14 starts for John Gant. Now 4, and this the 5th appearance out of the bullpen. Is 1-2. Ruff hits a ground ball, and a diving stab by Sosa is going to throw him out.
Wow.
What a great play that was.
That is a huge play in this game. That takes away the opportunity for Yastrzemski to get in there and be the tying run. And look at how much ground Sosa covers. 360s, gets it up. Another look from behind. Just a great play.
I didn't think he could get that one.
I don't think he thought he could get to it.
So John Gant faces 3 hitters, and now he's not going to face Mike Yastrzemski. 6-3 Cardinals making the change, and we'll come back right after this. It's 6-3 Cardinals. Giants have a base runner, but 2 outs after a great defensive play by the Cardinals, and back into their bullpen, the left-hander with his turquoise glove, Genesis Cabrera.
Hard thrower, 40th time that he has come in. 45 strikeouts in 28 innings, and a lot of walks for him too, 21. Cabrera, 24 years of age, 6'2", 195-pounder from the Dominican Republic. Hard thrower, as we said, 95 to 99 with 2 types of movement, a curveball and a changeup.
Well, if Mike Yastrzemski can reach base, and Wilmer Flores would get the matchup against the lefty. He's on deck. Vossler at second with 2 down. Ball 1. 97.
97, and he missed 2 feet away.
Yastrzemski rips one into right field. That's a hit. He turned around 96. Vossler's going to come in to score. And it's a 2-run game. Wilmer Flores will come up as the tying run. What an impressive swing that was.
He wasn't looking for anything but that. I mean, it goes in at 96. It goes out at 103. They set an outside target. He misses right at the belt middle end, and watch the quickness as he gets the bat head on this. That's just a beautiful swing.
So now Wilmer, who has walked twice, scored 2 runs, hit an absolute bullet his last time up with 2 men on base. It was caught.
And he loves hitting off lefties.
He loves it.
And he loves hard throwing lefties.
So let's see. Wilmer got a fastball in.
That's a good mistake. At 1-0 count, that Molina's setting up on the outside part of the plate, saying, well, if he's going to take you deep, at least make him go the other way. And that ball cut across right on the inside corner. So it wound up being a pretty good miss. But he's had some big misses from what the intended target was meant to be.
Is 1-1. Flores takes it a little bit low. Tyro Estrada's come out on deck. You got Alex Dickerson due up next. Wilmer had a good rip.
Ooh, that was right T-ball location. Cardinals got Cabrera from the Tampa Bay Rays in that deal that involved Tommy Pham going from the Cardinals to Tampa.
Tommy eventually made his way to the National League West, now with the Padres. And I think Cabrera was a big part of that trade. I mean, you can see the arm talent. 2-2 to Wilmer Flores. Wilmer had another good swing. High fastball.
98 just above the belt. I mean, that's the area that's going to elevate on contact. And a guy throwing that hard is going to supply a lot of power. So if you can barrel one up, you're going to get some distance.
Outfield very deep for the Cardinals. 2-2 in the dirt with the slider.
Good pitch, good take.
Goldschmidt indicating he's not going to be holding Yastrzemski on. So Mike will get the head start if Wilmer hits one in the gap. It's only the 8th inning. Giants don't have to get it all back here, although they would love to with one swing from Wilmer. 3-2. Yastrzemski goes, and Flores hits a high fly ball, shallow center field. Sosa, DeYoung, Bader, and nobody's going to catch it. It lands in between. Yastrzemski will score, and Flores is at second. He's the tying run. That's the 3rd pop-up tonight that the Cardinals have not been able to catch.
Well, pop-ups and fly balls have been nightmares tonight with the wind. But a heads-up play from Mike Yastrzemski, who really took off for first base like this could possibly happen. And when it did, he was in position to score. It's just a good heads-up play and great hustle. It comes an I got it, you take it. I mean, really, every middle infielder's praying you're going to get a center fielder to call you off, and Bader never did. So Mike Maddox going to come out and try and calm down Cabrera.
And we did point out, I mean, it is one of the downsides of the outfield playing so deep. I mean, Harrison Bader was way back there. Now the Giants have some life, a lot of life. Nice at bat from Yastrzemski to knock in a run, and then great base running to score that run. And Bader's not going to play quite as deep for Estrada with the tying run at second base. 4 hits, 17 at bats, including a home run. Can young Thairo Estrada come through for the Giants? He takes high, ball 1. Brandon Crawford would be next. Estrada's done a pretty good job of controlling the strike zone in his few games with the Giants.
'97 took out the knees. Right there, middle away. I mean, he would look at fastball, but he would look at middle end.
He's got a quick bat. He can turn on a fastball in Thairo Estrada. Now Molina asked for time right before the pitch.
Estrada was hitting .385 in Sacramento. And you look at the box scores from the River Cats every day, 2, 3 hits every day.
Got called up as a very confident hitter. He was a little late, and he went after a pitch. It was probably not a strike, 1-2. Cardinals playing him to pull. Sosa not quite all the way up the middle. Goldschmidt way off the line. 1-2. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3. So the Giants get 2 back. Still down a run. Having to face Goldschmidt and Arenado in the 9th inning after this. All right, Giants get 2 back, so now down just a run as we go to the 9th inning. 6-5 Cardinals, game 2 of this 3-game series. And the new pitcher for the Giants is the right-hander Dominic Leone. He's been doing great work in the Giants bullpen. This will be his 16th appearance of the year.
Another former Cardinal, Dominic Leone, played with St. Louis in 2018-2019 campaigns. What he has done with the Giants, 1.17 ERA with 18 strikeouts against 4 walks. He's been very good. And especially against lefties. They're hitting the .087 against them.
He's got to face a couple tough righties here. In fact, 3 of them in a row. Goldschmidt takes strike 1. Jason Vossler stays in the game, and he plays left field, not Thairo Estrada. So Vossler in left. Slider in the dirt. Goldschmidt 2 for 4, and one of the biggest hits of the night back in the 4th inning against Cueto. 2-run base hit.
Dominic Leone teammates with Paul Goldschmidt in Arizona for a couple of years.
Leone has traveled around the big leagues. Goldschmidt had a pretty good cut there. Mariners, Diamondbacks, Blue Jays, Cardinals, Cleveland, and now the Giants. He's found a home. He's turned himself into one of Gabe Kapler's most trusted relievers. 1-2.
He's not going to be happy with those 2 breaking balls he's thrown in the sequence because they've been pretty easy takes. I mean, he's got a good breaking ball, but he's trying to throw the greatest one in the history of the game. And I think a lot of it has to do with the respect he has for Goldschmidt.
2-2. Another fastball. Well, these are the guys that have done all the damage for the Cardinals. I mean, it's amazing. I'd say all the damage. Sosa has a home run. Bader had 1 big hit, but 5 of the 6 runs have been driven in by Goldschmidt, Arenado, Molina.
Yeah, Goldschmidt 2 hits, Arenado 3 hits, Molina 3 hits. That's some great production in the heart of your lineup.
Another 2-2. Way outside with the cutter.
Again, just trying to overthrow it. I don't think it's that rare for guys that do that against former teammates, especially former teammates they respect. And if you played with Goldschmidt anywhere, you're going to respect the guy. He's that kind of player, that kind of person.
Three-2. Got him swinging. 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
That's impressive because he had pigeonholed himself into that fastball situation because he wasn't getting the breaking balls over. So when you throw a fastball by Goldschmidt when he's looking for it, you've done something good. And that was by him.
One out. Now Arenado.
Perfect. 97, knee-high black, pinch poke, yum ya Coke.
Can't do better than that. Arenado's home run came all the way back in the 1st inning. He's still having a hard time with those secondary pitches.
Well, they're not even thinking about him in the batter's box because he hadn't thrown one for a strike. Just the process of elimination. It begins when you're in the on-deck circle if you're Arenado and you watch the breaking balls that he couldn't get over in the Goldschmidt sequence. So what is he looking for? He's looking for gas.
On the ground to short. Arenado flipped his bat about 50 feet. Crawford throws him out.
That wound up being the best breaking ball he's throwing tonight, and that had some fuzz on it. And the beautiful thing about Leon, I mean, his breaking ball, when it's good, if he gets ground balls with it because it's so quick. That's perfection. And he gets it out.
So 2 down. Giants trying to set the stage for the bottom of the 9th inning. Cardinals bullpen's quiet right now. Molina to left. Jason Vossler underneath it. And here we go. Last chance for the Giants. Brandon Crawford's going to lead off. Cardinals with a 6-5 lead. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 9th inning. Giants need a run to keep playing tonight. They need 2 to walk it off against the Cardinals. 6-5. Very spirited back and forth kind of game. And Genesis Cabrera will stay in. Giants have used a lot of their bench, and Mike Schilt knows that. So the left-hander with Crawford and Duggar both due up in a 1-run game. Reyes, the closer, who's an all-star, had to throw 20 pitches, gave up a couple runs in yesterday's game. Brandon Crawford has had 4 great at-bats, 3 for 4, and the 1 out he made, he smoked a fly ball to center field that just came up a little bit short.
Well, we thought he had a chance to knock it out of here. That's how well he hit it. Not tonight.
The wind whipping around. Cabrera to Crawford, and he got the call. Wow. Not many of those called strikes tonight.
Now we haven't seen many pitches that were out of the strike zone by even 2 or 3 inches called a strike tonight. I mean, normally you see 8 to 10.
Yeah, I mean, that was close. Just hasn't really been a strike tonight. 0-1 to Crawford. And a curveball, this time low. 1-1.
They give an umpire 2 inches around the perimeter of the strike zone, and if it's not in the box that you see and it's 2 inches outside of that, they consider that a good call.
Justin Miller, right-hander. Crawford swings away, got a fastball in.
Had a good rip at it.
He did.
Head stayed down through it.
Not an easy at bat for a lefty. 1-2. Crawford grounds one where nobody is. Base hit. Now Carlson's going to go to the line and dig it up, and he'll throw back and make Crawford stay at first. So Carlson got to that one quickly enough, and that's huge, obviously, because Crawford's a tying run.
And again, I mean, we've said this for the 3rd time tonight. He's hit a ball on the left side of second base. Ball on the outside corner at the knees. Hits it right down the line, and we thought a chance for a double on the get-go, but Carlson took away that opportunity with a nice play. Nevertheless, great at bat.
So now Solano, and this is a big at bat for the Giants because this is the right-handed hitter in the middle of the 2 lefties. Solano's had a quiet game, 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. Way up and outside, and a good save by Molina. You figure Cabrera's staying in at least through Duggar, who's on deck. That one misses. 2-0.
And now you pigeonhole. Now you look for one pitch, one location.
Three home runs this year for Solano. That one missed.
So do you turn them loose 3-0?
I don't know.
Good fastball hitter. You get a fastball.
The 3-0 pitch. High ball 4. The tying run is in scoring position with nobody out. And the winning run is at first base.
Average arm in left. Great arm in center. Great arm in right.
You know, if the Giants had more options available on the bench, we don't know the status of Buster Posey. This might be a bunt from Duggar, but this part of the lineup, I don't know.
Well, the way he's been hitting fastballs.
Agree.
So once again, Mike Maddox going to come out. They're going to talk about it. They're going to talk about the bunt defense. They'll cover that here. But they're also going to go and talk about how they want to pitch him. Now with Cabrera right now, he really hasn't shown that he's got a command of a breaking ball. So if you're a pitching coach, I mean, normally say, look, you know, throw this guy 2 fastballs in his hand and a slider on the outside corner. Well, he doesn't have a great command to be able to do that. Even his fastballs have not necessarily been to the intended target. So from Mike Maddox's standpoint, you're just trying to say, okay, what can this guy get in the strike zone? Where's the area that would be the one that he can least hurt us at? Cardinals have to be impressed with what they've seen from Finley tonight. He's hit the ball well to left field. So if you consistently throw fastballs out on the outside corner away, he will go that way.
Ron Wotus is going to go through the signs, so Duggar's going to watch intently. Arenado's going to play way in at third. I think you let Duggar take a rip.
I agree. Let him swing it. Might knock one out of here.
2 on, no out. Duggar squares, bunts at it, and bunts it foul. Two sides to this too. I mean, Duggar's so fast that any bunt, even if the sacrifice is maybe the first priority, I mean, he's got a chance to beat it out. That's amazing, isn't it? Never had one.
No sack bunts in his career.
0-1. He squares again, bunts again, foul.
You know, the problem with guys who have speed like Duggar, if he ever does bunt, I mean, he usually drags it or pushes it, more often than not push. But they're not accustomed to the timing of a sacrifice bunt. And a sacrifice bunt is get out there and show it. Don't try and surprise anybody. It's a sack bunt. Get out there and show it. And he got to position late twice, and it cost him 2 foul balls.
So now he's down 0-2. He hits a ground ball up the middle. Sosa knocks it down. He'll get the out at second. Wow. A scramble for Sosa to knock it down and get one. Tying run at third with 1 out.
Sosa's showing another great play where he has range to his right, knocks it down, barehanded flip. They get the out at second. They do get a productive out. And Crawford's able to go up to third base. So now they have a runner at first and third with 1 out, and Mike Schultz going to the pin again.
He wants the right-hander Justin Miller to face the right-hander Trump. Then you get Vossler. So we'll see. First and third, 1 out. Giants down by a run. Pitching change, and we'll be back right after this. Giants rallying here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Down by a run, 6-5. They have first and third, 1 out. And the right-hander Justin Miller, just his second appearance in a Cardinals uniform, 5 appearances with the Washington Nationals in a very big spot.
Yeah, he's had some difficulties. You can see the ERA 11.25. When you're hitting from the right side, you're going to see a fastball, but it's low to mid-90s and a lot of sliders. And he throws a lot of high fastballs, and Chadwick Trump is a good high fastball hitter. He likes that ball up.
0 for 4 in this game. Has hit 2 fly balls and a ground ball, trying to keep it off the ground here. Tying run at third, 1 out. Infield coming in a little bit, and Trump goes after that first pitch that was way inside. Man. Trying to at least get the game tied. Who knows, maybe more. Duggar, great speed at first, the winning run. Miller's 0-1. Trump takes it low.
Ball's got good sink in action.
And with the Tigers, we saw him for a couple of years with the Rockies in the National League West. Last several seasons with the Nationals. Now just his second appearance with the Cardinals. Long pause. Now the 1-1. Up and away. Molina throws behind Duggar.
And Antoine Richardson almost had a heart attack.
Yeah, no kidding.
First base coach.
I don't blame Yachty for trying.
Goldschmidt never got back.
So now Trump ahead in the count, 2-1. He hits a pop-up. Now these haven't been routine. Sosa underneath it, and he makes a catch. 2 down. Crawford has to stay. Now it's going to take a hit. Last chance for the Giants is Jason Vossler. He walked in the 8th inning and scored a run. Trying to keep the Giants alive in this one. 1st and 3rd, 2 down. And Vossler goes after that first pitch fastball, fouled it off.
Pounded outside corner with sink. And what we have seen from Vossler, when he does get pitched away, he can go to left field. And he's got pop to left field.
Here's the 0-1. And Vossler hits it to left with some carry. Carlson back at the wall. He makes a catch and hangs on to end the game. Jason Vossler, oh so close. Dylan Carlson, what a play. And the Cardinals literally and figuratively hang on for dear life and beat the Giants 6-5.
Gets some carry. And Carlson going back with a high over-the-shoulder catch. Fearless to the wall. And watch it. He puts it right in the sweet spot. What a game. Wow. See the reaction from Justin Miller. A lot of emotion in this series.
No kidding. Now the Cardinals, 2 hard-fought wins. Giants came oh so close tonight to pulling that one out. Instead, it's the Cardinals who make it 2 in a row against the Giants with 1 more game to go in this series. Wainwright and the Cardinals beat Cueto and the Giants 6-5. The final score. Thanks for joining us, and stay tuned for Giants Post Game Live presented by Toyota, starting right now.